The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Saran. So here we come to know about the white horse which has been stolen by two boys, and why do they return it. Introduction of chapter. So we can divide the chapter into 5 points as per the theme. That is, initially we should know that there were two Armenian boys, Aram and Morod. These two characters, they are the main protagonists here. The story revolves around two Armenian boys, that is Aram and Morod. The beautiful white horse. Second concept is the white horse. Morod steals a white horse and keeps it hidden from their family. Morod's confidence. Morod is portrayed as a daring and confident boy who believes in his charm to escape consequences. So he believes in his charm because he has got the skill how he can avoid the dire consequences or repercussions of an event. So he is more confident. One of the boy, that is Morod. And Aram's moral dilemma. Aram is in dilemma whether to go for stealing of the horse or to return it. Aram feels conflicted as he knows stealing is wrong, but is fascinated by Morod's action. He is impressed by Morod's action, but he knows somewhere the stealing is wrong, and never in the family anybody is indulged in this sort of thing. So honesty lies in the family, a legacy, and because of this, they try to return the horse. Resolution. Aram realizes the Morod does not intend to keep the horse and they return it. So he realizes Morod also doesn't want to keep the horse. Okay, so both of them are of the same opinion and they ultimately return it. So here we come to know the honesty of the family. They have that instinct to return the horse. Second chapter, the address. So by Marga Menko. Narrator is returned. The narrator revisits the house of her mother who passed away and looks for her old belongings. So she revisits mother's house, and mother is no more now. She has passed away, and here we have that war background, the trauma of the war. And she looks for her old belongings, and she is not happy with the state of her belongings. The lost address. She searches for her mother's precious belongings, but is unable to find the address, location initially. And then when she locates the house, she is not at all impressed by the way they are kept. Emotional conflict. She struggles with the pain of remembering her mother's loss and the memories associated with the address. The pain of remembering, okay, that is agony that she undergoes, and the memories that is associated with the address, the location, the house, makes her nostalgic. So there is emotional conflict. Unrecognizable relatives. She encounters some relatives who have changed, uh, and they have no longer feel familiar. The persons who are there, especially the mother's friend. She used to come and take away the things, and mother had told her to keep the belongings, but now it was not in a good condition. So these relatives, they are not able to recognize her, especially mother's daughter, when she comes there. Rejection, acceptance. In the end, she decides to let go of the address, and the chapter ends there. So that is the thing. How she accepts the fact that now she should not come here. Next chapter, Mother's Day. In the place setting, the story takes place in a middle-class home, where Mrs. Pearson is a devoted mother. Here we come to know the importance of mother, how mothers struggle day and night for the children, and children are selfish. They don't care, they don't appreciate her sacrifice. So that is the main theme of the chapter. Selfish children. Her children, Doris and Charlie. Remember the names, Doris and Charlie. They are selfish and take her for granted. Take her for granted. That is the main theme of the chapter. They take her for granted that they have got the privilege to take help from the mother or get service from the mother. Transformation. Mrs. Pearson, tired of being treated like a doormat, decides to assert herself and demand respect. So Miss Pearson, she wants respect. So and to assert herself, she is fed up of being treated like a doormat. Change in behavior. She uses a new attitude to make her children realize their selfishness and change their behavior. especially the friend, that is, she plays the role and tries to make the children come down to earth and regret all their behavior. Resolution. By the end, her children begins to respect her, and Mrs. Pearson gain confidence in her role as a mother. Okay, so they realize the thing when the other character, that is, whom she exchanged the idea, she replaces the mother and makes the children realize how the mother is taking care of them. So that is what is this chapter about, Mother's Day. Now, birth chapter. So by A.G. Cronin. The center completes the story focuses on daughter's emotional struggle as he performs a risky surgery to save a woman's life. As by the chapter, we come to know the lady is going to give a birth to a child, and the doctor undergoes emotional struggle. Moral dilemma. The doctor faces a difficult decision about saving the life of the mother or the child. So either he can save the mother or he can save the child, and he has got the dilemma that you cannot save both the things. Either you have to let go the mother or the child. When he is under that difficult decision, whom to save, knowing that both cannot survive, only one can survive, and now whom to save, either to save the child or to save the mother. So that is the moral dilemma of this chapter. Doctor's compassion. The doctor, torn between duty and empathy, performs the surgery with no guarantee of success. Unexpected outcome. The woman survives, but the child is born blind, and the doctor feels guilty. Final realization. The doctor learns to cope with his emotions, realize that no decision without consequences. So he has to take decision and take the decision. Ultimately serves the child and the woman. That is, he puts the child in hot water and then cold water alternatively and saves the child. That is what happened in this chapter, The Birth. The Tale of Melon City by Vikram Seth. As NCERT has deleted some of the chapters, we have this as the last chapter, The Tale of Melon City by Vikram Seth. The King's Dilemma. The king builds an ark but faces criticism about his height from his people. The search for justice. The king's justice seeks justice and demands that the builder, architect, and the workman be punished. Because the absolute situation the story unfolds, the king himself is blamed for the ark's failure and lead to a series of bizarre events. That is, they are trying to find the culprit and get them hanged. The king decides to punish one who's responsible, but the decision results in even more absurdity, because at the end we come to know that king is killed himself. He being king himself because of his foolish decision, because that noose, it sets to the neck of the king, as the king is the only person who is tall and reaches this noose, because this was built on a very high-heighted place. Conclusion. The people choose the melon as a symbol of justice, and the city is ruled by it, satirizing the idea of justice and authority. Ultimately, he says whoever comes there, they will be crowned as the king, and a melon comes there, so they tries to put it on the throne and commemorate as the king. So that is the idea of justice and authority, and here we come to know the melon king, the tale of melon city, where because the king is killed because of foolishness, he gets himself killed because of the decision to get the noose on the person who reaches that noose, and he is the only person, appropriate person with the height, and is being hanged there, and the melon passes there, becomes the king, and this idea of justice because by symbol of justice, and which is totally absurd. So with this we finished snapshot revision.